So I have a really big meal. And when I start eating, as soon as I hit that first bite, I eat it all. I call it going red. I can't stop. It's good to see you, though.
I'm glad to see you too, sweetheart.
I'm glad we started talking again. It's been only, what, 7 years?
Something like that, 6 years. I'm really glad that you called me. I wish I could have been here sooner. My feelings right now, they're kind of mixed. There's a part of me that's excited that I got to see my son. I haven't seen him in a while. But there's a part of me that feels upset because I didn't realize he had gained so much weight.
Well, I was supposed to have my surgery last week, but as the day got closer, I started to realize that it's getting easier and easier to keep losing weight on my own.
Hey, what's up guys? Sean back, and today we got Chris P from My 600 Pound Life down in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, which I was in Oklahoma for my girlfriend's cousin's wedding not too long ago. Only place I think you can see like people mowing dust, because it's like all dry there. It's like a friggin' desert. It's the weirdest thing. You could see a John Deere in the middle of a tornado anywhere you go. But his parents named him Crispy, which is a problem, because if you get named after Crispy Chicken, you're probably gonna have a damn problem, and you're gonna end up in this guy's shoes. But 36 years old, weight unknown. Let's see what exactly he's got going on. Maybe he'll eat at a Toby Keith's bar. I did that while I was there. I think they had like fried bull balls or something. They had some kind of weird thing. They called them cowboy nuggets. I don't think those are exactly what you guys want to eat, but don't go to Toby Keith's bar and order those. Is that an air mattress? Okay. Is he gonna do something?
Every day, it gets harder to get out of bed. My body's constantly getting more exhausted. Every day that I wake up, I lose more mobility. I get tired faster.
That's not your body telling you don't want to get out of bed. It's your body telling you that 600 pounds of pressure have been pushing down on your heart all night. It happens to everybody at this size.
Everything is limited now.
I swear, the cameraman, diabolical for zooming in on this guy's nipples first thing.
And every day it gets worse, and eventually I'm not gonna be able to get up.
What the hell is that? I don't know what's going on down there. This guy's pee-pee is turning into a Power Ranger or something. It's morphin' time. Got the Megazord down there. That's a little M. Golden arches. I don't know, man. Something's transforming down there.
Out of bed. I'm too big to sleep in a normal bed, so I have to sleep on a mattress 1 foot off the floor. And to get to my feet, I roll forward out of bed really fast.
You do the hokey pokey? Wait, hold on. What's he about to do? This guy's got some kind of acrobatics in him or something.
It's kind of like a somersault. I lean back and then I whip my legs forward and it just pulls the rest of me up to standing.
Holy shit, My 600 Pound Life meets American Ninja Warrior. Who knew they were building them like this in Oklahoma?
My body weight just kind of flings me on my feet. So even just walking down the hallway is difficult. I'm afraid of tripping and falling because my knees and my legs feel so worn out.
I actually think that's a pretty unique feeling when you look down the hallway and think it's like the shining hallway and it's just so long and there's no ending to it.
And now the list of things that I can't deal with is getting longer every day. When I take a shower, I can't stand up in the tub for, 5 minutes at most before I end up sitting back down on the side of the tub.
5 minutes is what most guys at 600 pounds have, and then they're leaning on the wall and sitting there gasping for air thinking they're gonna black out. At least that's how I felt after 5 minutes. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, I did that.
I'm trying to keep up with my own cleaning. But things lately been getting pretty bad. I live by myself. My ex and her husband sometimes
Ew, what is this brown stain on this towel? You must really be doing the shit shimmy trying to get clean down there.
will come over to help me. They live just down the street with my daughter, Zoe. But I hate asking for help. Makes me feel like a failure. I've been a burden on them for too long.
Wait, hold on. Did he just say his ex is his neighbor? That just sounds like a friggin' like disaster. I would not want to live with anybody that close to me that knows me that friggin' well that probably, I mean, maybe they're on good terms. Who knows? Damn, buddy. Do the fupa fling. Momentum.
Showers wipe me out. Once I'm clean, I have to sit down for a little bit. Then I'm ready for my favorite time of the day.
Holy shit, this guy's fast. I never thought about doing that either. Why wasn't I using all this jiggle momentum to get up? Actually, I did used to do that in a rocking chair. Just kind of rock back real hard and forward, but not on a bed. That's freaking crazy. The ultimate bundle.
My weight makes it challenging to cook the
You can't cook the whole pack of bacon at once, can you? I don't think you're supposed to do that. Maybe that's why they named him Crispy. I don't know. Crispy bacon. They named him after something, okay?
kind of breakfast that I want. Because of the weight and the fat in between my legs, I can't stand up straight, so they're constantly pushing apart, which makes it really uncomfortable to stand in the kitchen for a long period of time, so I actually have to sit on a cooler that I sit on when I cook.
Great, we're sitting on something we can store the leftover bacon over. This is actually ingenuity. I don't know if you guys knew it, but this guy's a freaking genius for sure. He's got all these momentum moves. He's got somewhere to store the leftover food.
I make the meal with my stomach, not with my brain. So I have a really big meal, and when I start eating, as soon as I hit that first bite, I eat it all. I call it going.
Good God, this guy had enough Chef Boyardee on top of his fridge to kill an elephant. But yeah, okay, making food with your belly instead of your mind. I don't know, I guess none of us are really thinking about longevity or anything, but I didn't see him stick a spatula in his belly button, so I don't really get that one.
Going red, I can't stop. When I'm eating, I don't think of anything. It clears my mind. The food.
The hell does eating have to do with voting Republican? You see in red, some bariatric bull or something over here.
I mean, when I eat food, at least for the time that I'm eating it, it helps take the lonely away. I was born in Las Vegas, Nevada. When I was growing up, my parents struggled financially. So I was never really sure when my next meal would be coming. And then when we did eat, you ate as much as you could because you got me, my brother Tommy, and my sister Crystal. If it was Taco Tuesday and Mom happened to bring home a big bag of tacos, if you didn't eat as much as you could eat, they weren't there when you went back later.
Okay, so he grew up in a scarcity mindset where he was like, all right, I have to eat everything in sight or else Mom's going to pop out another kid and we're not going to have any friggin' food. Because I guess somebody gambled and didn't wear a rubber and they hit the jackpot and he ended up with a bunch of brothers and sisters that would eat all the food.
Growing up, when I would make food or something like that, there was never a limit. Like when I cooked for the kids or for the family, and when I cooked, everybody just got to serve themselves. And now looking back, I do think that that was a major thing because, for instance, if their sister didn't eat all her food, I'd say, okay, I'll give it to your brother or whoever, whichever wants it. Well, that's something I shouldn't have done because I think that's part of the thing that he doesn't like to throw food away.
Okay, nobody wants to waste food, especially if you grow up poor. My parents kind of had that mindset, but my dad grew up so poor he didn't even have clothes half the time. He'd have to get his sister's shoes, stuff like that. He even told me one time he had to wear his sister's dress because he just couldn't afford clothes. He didn't have anything, but that caused him to work harder as an adult. He didn't eat more food because of it.
So from an early age, I started gaining weight, and I just kept getting bigger. I don't remember my parents ever being together very often, and then one day my dad met someone else and then left. Shortly after that, my mom took me to California to meet her sister.
And that's when
My mom met a new guy,
everything kind of started going downhill from there. I don't know if it was just him
or my mom, but after that we were always scraping by.
having power.
Well, maybe he was just pissed off that he didn't get any friggin' tacos. You guys are going on this like race to eat every taco there is. But it's sad when you hear a kid struggle with something like this. I need to stop joking around.
Power turned off. Mom would be working. Mom wouldn't be working. We were bouncing from place to place.
We had a lot of problems. I mean, like there were times that I was I was on welfare or whatnot, they call it. And so there were times that we had hard to pay rent and things like that.
We've moved.
But if you get food stamps, will they say, hey, we need you to bring in your children and weigh them so we know if we have to give them more food? I don't think it works like that. So that would cause him to be in even more of a race to eat all the damn food. So he's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. It's just a vicious cycle, right?
Moved all the time because we would lose the place that we were at or we couldn't afford it and we would have our power shut off. There was a period that we were all homeless and in a homeless shelter. I woke up with all the other homeless kids and we had cereal and breakfast and we got on the bus and went to school.
Then around the time I started middle school, my mom, she just started disappearing.
She'd come home.
Did you try to fight any of the kids for the Frosted Flakes? Because it seems like this is a battle royale for breakfast everywhere you go. So you just stopped it at that point?
Home, drop off, some money or some food, and then she would come home for a couple days. She's just gone all the time. I was 13 years old. I really wanted to go do stuff, and there was a lot of times I couldn't go anywhere and I couldn't see my friends because I had to stay home and watch my brother and sister.
But what had really been happening is that my mom had become addicted to hard drugs. And when she hit rock bottom, I was sent to live with my aunt in California.
Hate to say I could have saw that one coming, but from the electric getting cut off, all the struggles he's talking about having kind of pushes me to think that something like that was going on. Terrible. Nobody should do that to their kids, but a lot of people struggle with a lot of things. I'm not going to judge too hard right now.
And that's where I got to experience food in the cupboards. I even learned not to eat everything and go back for more after dinner because I knew I could count on breakfast and lunch the next day. I ended up playing a lot of football and I lost a lot of weight and gained muscle. It was amazing. The only setback was that about 18 months after I arrived to stay with them, they broke up. And then I got shipped back to Vegas. And by the time I was 15 or 16, I really started noticing weight impacting me. At high school, I no longer was an athlete. I was pushed to the side as a fat kid. So I participated less and less. I kept binge eating until I got so big that I couldn't fit into the chairs at school anymore, which was...
Yeah, but you got to find the bigger chairs because there were some that were a little bit further away from the desk. If you know, you know. If you ever got too big to not fit into the connected chairs with the desks, then some of them were a tiny bit bigger. You could get an extra inch out of that puppy to squeeze into.
It was humiliating. So that's when I just dropped out altogether. And we needed money. So I found a job working at a convenience store. And I don't know what I was thinking, but
First week in that job, it wrecked me. 300 plus.
Fired for stealing ice cream. I had a fat friend that got fired for stealing ice cream. That's not the best way to get fired when you're overweight. But, I guess you want the ice cream bad enough. Do you really want the job?
Plus pounds, and you've never stood up for longer than an hour or two. Whew, that was the worst.
I quit and got another job at a grocery store, but it wasn't any better. And that was when I realized that I was stuck. I was interested in computers and how they were put together, and I was hoping I could do something that would lead me towards
Becoming a network engineer.
But then that
But here's the problem, man. You're fat. You keep getting jobs around food. What the hell do you think's going to keep happening? You're going to keep eating and getting bigger and bigger. No fat person should work in a pizzeria. Just going to say that. It's a recipe for disaster, 100%.
did end up taking me in a different direction, because when I was able to buy a computer and get logged in, the first thing to pop up was my instant messenger. And that was how I happened to reconnect with Kaylee, that I used to play computer games with while in high school. We just started talking like we used to. We had this connection, and then it became like an every night thing. I would get off work and be talking to her about how I felt.
Like I was stuck where I was at. And she was like, "Why don't you come out here?" And I was like, "Okay, I guess I could do that. Why not?" I mean, I have some money saved, I have a car, so I drove to Rhode Island.
My first
Not a bad idea. Flee the state, go find the woman you're playing whack-a-mole with at night. I guess that's a good thing. Change of pace, change of scenery. Good for him.
6 months in Rhode Island were rough. The only job that I could find was delivering pizza. But besides all that, somehow me and Kaylee really hit it off. So I moved in with her, and I found
I just said that he shouldn't. Nobody should be fat and get a job in a pizzeria. Also, can you guys see this guy with the camera over here for the shots? You don't get to see like angles like that very often. I always think it's funny when you catch the cameraman. This is the guy zooming on Nip and Fupa 24/7 right there.
a better job working at a call center. And then it was good times. The best thing I remember of those days was getting really healthy.
Me and Kaylee would always go to the gym. We'd go to the beach, we'd go for walks. I lost over 100 pounds, and I was in the best shape of my life.
What? This guy's not that fat. He kind of looks like friggin' Billy Mays a little bit to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Didn't Billy Mays do something creepy, or was that the ShamWow guy that did that? I don't know. Every infomercial person does something creepy at some point, I think.
I was in love, and then me and Kaylee became inseparable. We got pregnant and had our little Zoe. And from the moment she was born, Zoe has been the center of my universe. Being her dad has been my main purpose in life.
Like, I remember just going to work and then coming home proud because I was able to help and support, and that made me happy.
Kaylee's mom's boyfriend was like, "Hey, Chris, come fill out a job application for the cable company I work for." And I was like, okay. And that's where I was finally able to get into a real job with a real career path.
Okay, nice. He ended up working in cable. I did that for a little bit. Wasn't the career that he's talking about. Kind of sucked to have like a little Mighty Mouse manager. That guy had such little like, I don't know. He had little man syndrome like hell. He was like, I don't know, maybe 5'2", pissed off all the time. That guy sucked ass.
They moved me up to a different position. I went from $10 an hour to almost $50 an hour. And that was the first time in my life that I was making good money. I rewarded myself with food, and I started putting more weight back on. Kaylee and I had been a very romantically active couple, and as I got heavier, that just wasn't there with us anymore.
She was
Okay, so get back on the beach, drop the weight again, morphin time, fix that thing down there, get back in there, buddy. Also, why they got 2 cakes in the background? One for you, one for me, something like that?
distant. I think we just both knew it was coming. We decided to separate.
I thought nobody was coming.
There was no fight, but breaking up was hard on me. I would see Zoe, but I missed Kaylee. I didn't have anyone to do anything with anymore, so every night after work, I would just go eat food. And that brought me comfort when there was nothing else to do. But not even food could numb out all the issues that I was having.
I'm trying to figure out what he's looking at. Also, I think he just blinked at the worst time. I hate when this happens in photos.
Then the call center I was working at shut down. I didn't get laid off, but I had to relocate to Oklahoma. So I drove all the way across the country to start over on my own. I knew that food had started becoming a real problem for me, and I wanted to get back to where I had been when I was in shape.
Also, right now, we're kind of rocking with like a 50% cake ratio. Anytime there's a picture of him with his daughter, there's a cake, which makes me think that he wasn't around all that much once they separated, just birthdays.
It didn't help that Kaylee moved on quickly after I left and got married. I would still get to see Zoe because I flew her back and forth between Kaylee and I hated it when Zoe was gone. So I paid for Kaylee and her husband Rob to move out here, and they stayed with me until Rob got a job. And after I got used to...
Whoa, what? Why? Ain't nobody. I'm sorry, I'm a nice guy, but I don't give a shit. You moved on that quick, it hurt me. You're not putting me in a little chair in the corner, buddy. You're awful happy. I would not be happy about that circumstance right there.
Kaylee being with Rob, we're all like really good friends. And I helped take care of the kids. But once again, just as I was happy and settled in somewhere, it all fell apart. Without any notice one day, the cable company I had relocated for turned around and let me go.
And I was just completely blown away. You know, I just lost the best job that I'm gonna get. I mean, I was making really good money. And that was the kind of the tipping point where I gave up.
Also, there's a lot of cable companies. I'm pretty sure he probably could have leapfrogged into something else at that point, but I'm sure to him, it seemed like the end of the world at that point.
I'm up over 500 pounds at that point. And then I really,
Ew.
really turned to eating before I knew it. That was about 600 pounds. It was a bad place. It was sad. I was lonely.
I started to get more worried about myself, just feeling isolated. And I just started...
Bro, that fly strip's kind of gross, but I'm pretty sure once you're over 500 in the cable industry, Dish Network, DirecTV ain't gonna want you on a roof putting up a dish, okay? Just because you go through that damn roof, they're gonna have some trouble.
thinking there ought to be something to help myself not feel that way. So I reached out to my mom to let her know the situation I'm in.
The relationship between me and my mom, it's been kind of distant for a while. It's been 6 years since I've seen my mom. She had no idea that I was this bad. She does want to help me.
She was concerned enough, she dropped all her plans to come and see me.
This guy has backup burritos behind him, right? He just ate 4 plates of burritos. I'm pretty sure he put 2 plates behind his head. I think that's what I just saw. Also kind of sad your mom didn't even know you were in this kind of state. Maybe she would have been a good mom, came to help you. I don't know. You can't really help anybody that doesn't want to help themselves, though.
Chris?
Yeah, come on up, Mom.
Didn't tell me I had this many stairs.
Yeah, it takes forever.
Hey,
Hey,
you.
Mom. I miss you.
I miss you too, sweetheart.
Oh, I think the backup burritos disappeared. Maybe I'm just seeing phantom burritos now that he ate so many.
Oh, my stars. You didn't tell me.
Well, you know now.
Yeah, I do.
I look great, right?
You always look great. You're my son, but yeah, that's all right. I can't speak, but you know what I mean. Awesome.
Well, it's good to see you, though.
I'm glad to see you too, sweetheart.
I'm glad we started talking again. It's been...
Shouldn't his mom be careful? Didn't he just say he sees red? Like some kind of my 600th pound sense or something like that? I see dead people where we're all heading if we just keep getting bigger. If he's still seeing red after eating, I mean, he don't know you're his mom anymore. You might come in there and walk into a disaster.
Been, what, 7 years?
Something like that, 6 years. I'm really glad that you called me. I'd have been here sooner.
I know.
So what do you want, what do you need from me or anybody else to help her to be there?
Like, you know, gonna have to go to Houston to see doctor now, and just being able to get there, I can't do on my own.
Do you have a car? Do you drive? Does somebody take you? Or
I
how
have
do
a
you...
car, and I haven't driven the car that I have in 3 years. If I sit down,
Okay, but how's he going to do the little ninja kickflip thing to get up out of the friggin' car? Because he has to lay down, get the momentum, and rock to get out of the bed. But he seems pretty mobile right now, besides sitting on the cooler and all.
I can't turn the steering wheel if I can sit down. I haven't even been in the car in a long time. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to fit in it at all, to be completely honest. And there's going to be a point where I'm going to have to move.
To Houston?
Yes. And I'm going to need someone there to actually be there with me in Houston. And I don't know who that's going to be yet.
Okay, I can do that because
You know, that's a big commitment.
I'll be here for you, whatever you need me to do.
I'm going to need you a lot.
I wish
You know, I think that's probably the deal breaker for most people when it comes to Dr. Now's program. Nobody just wants to up and move to Houston, just out of the blue. But maybe he wants to get the hell out of there. He still lives next to his ex, right?
I could have been here sooner. My feelings right now, they're kind of mixed. There's a part of me that's excited that I got to see my son. I haven't seen him in a while. But there's a part of me that feels upset because I didn't realize he had gained so much weight. I almost didn't recognize him when I first saw him. But I love my son with all my heart. And if he needs me to be here, I'm gonna be here.
Okay, but we're not unrecognizable. I mean, I guess if you hadn't seen him in 10 years, but he said he was like 400 or 500 in friggin' high school or something like that. So he's just 200 bigger, so he might look a little puffy, but that's it.
Special. Just kind of jump too, you know?
Works for me, I'm gonna hide over here in the
You
corner.
wanna take over all the flavor.
I thought Mom was about to get headbutted. He was going to go into his Ninja Warrior moves again.
Tonight we're gonna make dinner and sit together with my mom and my daughter. And I'm really looking forward to that.
Hey, Dad.
Hey,
Zoe! Oh my God.
hi.
She got big.
Look
How
at your
did you
grandma.
get so big?
Grandma.
In my
Do you remember
eyes.
Grandma?
Yeah.
She probably, you do?
Kind of.
You want spaghetti?
Yeah.
So we're making.
I need to know if people buy that knockoff cereal. I used to love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but he's got cinnamon toasters on top of his fridge. Because I think all those knockoff cereals taste pretty much the friggin' same. People just waste money on them.
My mom has been so absent from my life. She's only met her granddaughter once before. And I want her to have a relationship with Zoe. But I don't want Zoe to be disappointed by her. If she were to once again withdraw from our lives and not be around.
I never know.
Just get up. My legs would have been wrecked.
Zoe, this
So this is the dinner of Shaolin monks? They eat this much damn spaghetti? That's supposed to be to put it away when you have leftovers, buddy.
started to move and I thought, oh, wait a minute, it moved too far, too fast.
All right, now I'm gonna pull it back. Now I'm gonna relax for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
And then,
Okay, this is still really hot. Good spaghetti sandwich.
Why am I acting like I don't know how to grow us to eat it?
Yeah, that's a quick way to get in some calories, especially if you ain't got money. A spaghetti and butter sandwich next to a jug of milk. Well, milk's going to be kind of expensive, right? The ground beef, I guess. But if you need to feed a bunch of people, this is the way to do it if you ain't got money.
Okay, it's big.
okay, now.
So Zoe, how do you feel about Daddy being really big?
Ecstatic. I never want you to see your toes ever again. What do you expect the little girl to say here, buddy?
Kind of sad because we used to go to a pool every Saturday, and every Sunday we went to the library thing, and before we left, we would always play that game, checkers.
Yeah. I forgot about checkers. It was fun.
Yeah.
You would play a game at checkers, like rallies, like the drive-thru, or is it literally talking about checkers? You could still play checkers when you're fat. Nobody took checkers from us. You play checkers.
Well, when I lose some weight, we can start doing that stuff again. We go to the water park. Let me get some milk. My mom's been saying she's gonna come live with me in Houston, and I'm excited for the chance this is giving us to spend time together. And now that she's here, I'm really grateful, but there's a part of me that's still skeptical. Can I really count on her? You guys like the spaghetti?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot?
I don't know.
This guy is getting spaghetti down his whole damn arm. Like, when you're that into it that you're just digging your arm in there, it's kind of crazy. But good for the mom. At least she's trying to be there now.
No, yes, I did.
Well,
It
you
was
don't even
actually
like
really
the sauce
good.
I make. Your vote doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
What time is it? It was time to go?
Just about.
All right.
Then get up and move.
I'm almost done.
Well, now you put the damn baskets in the way. How you going to get up? You can't do a kickflip.
Just finding the rest of my shorts. All right, I just got to shove everything into the bag pretty much.
Are you going to be able to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to take the blankets and, I don't know, maybe shove it in front of my knees so it's not, get a little
So it has a
padding on
little
the
padding.
dash. Yeah, hurts a lot.
You about ready then?
That's everything. Just
You
don't
got
let me
it all?
forget my wallet on the way out.
All right.
Pack a sheet for knee padding in the car and some ibuprofen. I mean, I guess that's the best you can do if that's what you got, right?
Then let's go and go. Go and go. Go and be there. That's it.
Bed again.
Damn acrobat.
So I got an appointment with Doctor now, and it's actually tomorrow. So me and my mom are heading out for Houston.
Okay.
You ready?
I don't think I'm ever going to get over seeing this guy use his fupa as a fulcrum to swing himself up like that.
Hey.
Yep, I'm ready.
My sweater.
I got the keys and everything.
Kinda need those. Was there a cat? Because I didn't see the cat, but I saw the litter box. Oh, God, I hope there's a cat. You're not using a litter box, are you?
Whoops.
You pop the trunk.
Yeah, I can. I guess I have to. I have the key, don't I?
I'm a little worried because of how my body's been feeling lately. It's really been getting worse and worse.
Okay, yes.
And I don't know how I'm gonna handle all this travel.
Oh, man. Oh!
Oh, yeah, this is a tight fit. This is going to be a miserable drive. I'm not sure how far Oklahoma City is, though, from Houston. I don't think it's as far as some of them have traveled. Like, what's her name? Just traveled from New Orleans over. That wasn't that far either. I don't know. I can't remember. Some people come from, like, Washington.
So how you feeling now?
I feel like a sack of potatoes.
I get you then.
Great. This guy's already thinking about friggin' French fries. But yeah, you have to lean like that in a little car, especially.
Yeah, as much as I don't want to slow down, we're gonna have to slow down.
I can't even see. I literally cannot see.
Oh, it's not gonna do anything but get worse for a little while. Yeah, we're in like the easy part of it right now.
It's gonna get worse.
Well, hey, this will keep you on your toes.
Great. Let's ease our mom's worry here and tell her there's a friggin' twister coming. We're all gonna die.
Who's hell? I want to keep on all four tires. I can't see.
Well, be prepared because we're about to go through probably one of the worst parts of it.
Talk about slow.
Just make sure you watch the lines too.
I'm watching the lines now.
You haven't.
Right,
There
here
comes the hail. Yeah.
I thought he just said his mom was watching too many lines earlier, but I guess advice is advice, right?
We better hurry up and get to Dallas.
Outside of Mom's driving in that crucial storm moment, my knees and my legs.
And my back are in so much pain. I need to get out. I need to lie down and rest. So we're gonna get...
Well, nobody thought it was going to be a friggin' cakewalk. Maybe you did, but I knew that this drive was going to suck.
Get a hotel so I can do just that.
We're here. Okay. Yeah.
As long as my legs work, I'm all right.
Okay, and got it. Awesome. Now let me grab this.
You know the times that I want to see them do like really well on this show? Like I want everybody to do well, but anytime there's a kid, man, I just feel differently about it. Like I want them to try as much and as hard as they can.
That definitely wasn't easy, and we still have about 3 hours to go tomorrow. But I'm worried it's gonna be harder than today. I just hope I can make it in time for my appointment. Because everything is depending on this.
At least he didn't see red anywhere this whole time, but I guess he doesn't have to do the little ninja warrior thing if the bed's high enough.
We've been on the road for 3 hours today, and we're almost at Dr. Now's. We've been driving hard to get there on time, and it looks like we're actually going to make it. I'm in a lot of pain, but now that I'm closer to the doctor's office, I'm not even worried about it. I'm just nervous about meeting him and finding out my current weight and seeing what Dr. Now has to say about my situation.
I think Dr. Now gives a lot of hefty people heart palpitations. I don't think it's just a you thing, but 3 hours in the car isn't that bad. Like I said, he might not have a lot of swelling, so he might be all right. It's an awful lot of crack. I don't know why I think it's funny when 600-pound people wear Puma. I just think it's super funny because I have a t-shirt that has like the Puma cougar on it and it just says Fupa on the front.
Yeah. And we're here.
Chris?
I wish my mom wasn't going to see my actual weight. I'm embarrassed for her to see it.
I mean, I guess you could tell her to close her eyes, but I don't think she can miss everything. You just moon the hell out of her getting out of the car. She knows that's a plus size rear end.
She already knows I'm over 600 pounds. I just hope it's not a lot higher than that.
Your weight is 620.
I don't know if that's less than I thought or not. This guy's pretty damn mobile for somebody that's 620 pounds, but she still looks pretty shocked by that number.
We're going to room 5.
Okay. I'm actually a little relieved that my weight isn't more out of control. I am still embarrassed of that number. It's one thing to see me and know I'm big, but it's just another to have it verified in front of you with a specific number. That's harder to hide from in a lot of ways. So from here on out, every time I step on the scale, I want that number to get smaller. I just need Dr. Now to agree to help me.
I'll close the door.
It kind of sucks for this guy because his weight's not carried in his calves or anything like that. It's literally carried all around the center, like a friggin' jelly bean or something. Like literally everything is hidden. So he has trouble scrubbing it in the shower. Like everything sucks about that as a guy.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Go, go, Fupa
I guess
Ranger.
y'all didn't hear me. How y'all doing?
I'm
doing good.
Good. All right. So, Chris, you're here from Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, yep.
Well, how was the trip down to Houston?
No, it wasn't too bad. We ended up leaving late, so we had to stay in Dallas on the way down here, and then we had a huge storm coming through, which was pretty cool.
So, how long would it take you to get down here?
Total about 7.5 hours.
Okay. So, who's
That's not bad. That's a hell of a lot less time than I lost $1,000 in an Oklahoma casino.
the driver?
Mom.
All
I'm the
right.
driver, yeah.
So, you need Mom to bring you on this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, what brought you down to Houston?
Well, it's been, my weight mainly. Been wanting to lose the weight and keep it off, and haven't been so successful in the past. So I'd like to see if I could do your program and get a little bit better guidance to make that change.
Okay. So since you live a little too far to drive here and back in one day, is Mom gonna keep helping bring you down here if you want to do my program?
We haven't really talked about it. I mean, I haven't seen my mom in 7 years, so.
Wow, you haven't seen your mom 7 years. What brought your mom down here?
That's not the icebreaker I'm leading with. Dr. Now wants somebody to be there with you to help you. He doesn't need to know that your mom friggin' abandoned you forever and had nothing to do with you. That's probably not something you should lead with, buddy.
We started talking again, and she found out my situation, and
He needed somebody to be here to start this journey with him, so I said I'd be here. And I flew in a couple days ago to be here to drive him down here from Oklahoma.
All right. So, Chris, you're 36 years old and 620. What do you do in Oklahoma?
right now I'm not doing anything in Oklahoma.
Any goals?
Oh yes, I definitely have some goals. I mean, my biggest thing is I want to do things with my daughter, but I also want to. There's a lot of things I want to do for myself.
So you have a
Admirable. If he would have said anything else, I probably would have been mad at him. Just because, like I said, when there's kids involved, you want to see a different level of like care and urgency out of all of them. Like his daughter, yes, she has her mom, all that. So I doubt he's around all that much just when she runs in, but you still want him to try for her.
daughter too.
hmm
How's the relationship with your daughter?
Oh, it's great. She's probably one of the big reasons it's kind of set in for me that I need to change a lot of this. I mean, I've been heavy in the past, but we've still been able to do things. Up until the last 3 years, we don't do anything anymore.
Is your daughter living with you?
No, she lives 2 blocks away.
How often you see her?
Every weekend.
Every weekend?
If she's 2 blocks away, you could see her every friggin' day if you really wanted to try that hard.
Okay. So right now you're not working.
Yeah, not working.
So what do you do all day?
Right now I play games and eat food when I'm bored or feel alone.
So what do you think is wrong with your eating habit?
I'm eating too much of everything, eating the wrong things.
So for the past 36 years, you're eating too much. So what is the difference now? Why did you decide to do something now?
I want more.
No, you don't want more. You ate 4 plates of breakfast burritos and a whole friggin' serving container of spaghetti with butter bread sandwiches. That was like half a friggin' loaf. That had to be like a 5,000 calorie meal. No joke.
I've been felt alone for a really long time. I realized that part of the reasons why I cope with food and I enjoy eating is because I'm alone. And the only way to not be alone is to break those habits and be able to get out and do things. And until I can learn to control my eating habits, which is what I want to do, I'm just going to continue to be alone.
So why you haven't done anything about it so far?
I didn't think that I could.
What do you mean?
That's actually kind of like a common thought process. Like, all right, too far gone, no point, why try? Except for the fact that he has a daughter that would have been there kind of urging him to try every single weekend when he saw her. So I don't buy the whole that he just thought that he couldn't save himself because he knew that he had to. Once you hit that wall at 30, that's when you're like, oh shit, something's got to change.
I didn't think I had the willpower to do it.
All right. So at this point, if you want to prove to me you're ready to change and turn your life around, your actions need to show me that. So we're going to give you some diet instruction that will break down a 1,200 calorie high protein, low carb diet. I want you to lose 80 pounds in 2 months.
Okay.
See how you do with that, and then we go from there. If you lose that weight, then we're going to work with you. If you come back and you're not able to lose that, then there's not much we can do for you.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
80 pounds in 2 months, not Dr. Now's worst goal he's ever gave somebody. It's not easy. It's easier for somebody this size, but it's not going to be easy for him to drop that. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on what you consider easy. Easier for somebody this big, that's for sure.
All right. Any other questions?
Not that I can think of, no.
Okay, I'll get the diet to go over with you. Also, the stuff I'm going to give you is going to have exercise that you're going to have to start doing immediately.
Yeah.
So, Mom, what are you going to do after 7 years to keep him in track?
Well, I'm just going to be there as much as I can. Even if I'm not physically there, I'm going to make sure that we're talking and know what's going on.
Okay.
You think this guy could do the fupa fling thing like 100 times a day for his exercise instead of just sitting there and doing like the arm exercises, all this and that? Because I would think you get enough momentum going to get that meat rocket rocking. Like, I think that's probably calorie burning, right?
Fair enough. All right, I'm going to bring some stuff for you, and then we're going to go over it, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll be back.
All righty. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think?
I think I like him, and I'm so proud of you for this.
Thanks, Mom.
Chris has a bit of a unique situation, it seems. From what he says, he doesn't have anyone living with him to enable him. He doesn't have to work, and he doesn't have any real goal in his life, other than some general hopes for things.
You know, that probably is the most unique thing about his episode, that he doesn't have an enabler. He's literally his own enabler. Nobody brought him food. Nobody was stopping by, bringing anything. He didn't even see anybody besides his daughter when they did spaghetti night. So that kind of is unique. I didn't think about it that way.
I know my life has to change. If I keep going like I've been doing, I'm not going to be around for much longer. So I need to do this now before it gets worse.
Getting feedback from Dr. Now to tell me about, what I'm doing wrong and to kind of help keep me accountable and keep me on track, it does give you a lot of hope.
Okay, I don't think anybody needs to tell us what we're doing wrong. We're eating too much damn food. Like, it's that simple. It's that easy. But eating healthy is something you need somebody to tell you. So you got the Fat Bible. You're good to go now.
I've been letting myself down long enough. But the one person I can't let down is my daughter. I mean, we used to go do things together that we haven't done in forever. That's my biggest motivation. I also just, I want to get out of the house more, stop secluding myself, because that's what's got me in this position. And with the support of my family, I'm gonna do this. There's no other option.
I mean, I understand what he's trying to say because I kind of secluded myself too. I wouldn't even answer the damn phone if you tried to call me. Probably for about 5 years. I just ignored whoever's call was going to call me, isolated myself, had nothing to do with nobody. So I get where he's coming from on that sense. Billie Jean's not my lover. She's just a girl, says that I love.
It's been about a month since I seen Dr. Now for my first appointment. Coming back took us 12 hours because of traffic and the weather. So it was
This guy's too damn flexible. I refuse to, I don't know. He could be on friggin' Cobra Kai. This guy's stretching everything.
a hard trip on me, but worth it because of the help I got from Dr. Now to start to turn my life around. But how hard that trip was on me showed me even more how important it was for me to get healthy, just so I can function, So I'm working
I always wondered what happened to Tum Tum from the Three Ninjas. Who would have guessed it was this guy?
hard to up my stamina by doing the stretches and exercises that I need.
I couldn't take the trash out before when I would go out to walk. Sounds funny, but taking the trash out feels pretty good. Not having to have
Isn't it super funny that guys consider taking the trash out man stuff? It's man stuff. We feel good about it.
somebody else take your trash out for you. It's pretty nice.
Damn.
So it's just those things you don't really think of until you can't do it anymore. It's something I can definitely do now.
After coming back home, my mom stayed with me for a couple more weeks, but then she had to go back to Vegas to be with my brother. Since he's mentally challenged, someone has to help take care of him, and he lives with my mom because of that.
Oh, okay. They never mentioned that before. That kind of makes sense why she was like, I guess she was caring for the brother and just kind of let him go do his thing, and he just wasn't calling her, she wasn't calling him.
So with my mom moving in with me, he's gonna move in too. But right now, she says she has to tie up some things back home for them to make the move. And then she plans to be here to help me. But I'm hoping that if I lose a lot of weight soon, then I'll be the one to help her. So I'm making sure I don't sit for long periods of time and that I find ways to stay active. So I
Great. Everybody's friggin' exercise plan when the Wii Fit came out. Let's do Wii bowling to burn calories. Maybe that's what he's gonna try to do.
gave up playing any video games where I'm sitting for a long time, and I got a VR unit since they require a lot of activity. So I make sure I'm up and moving around all day.
Daddy?
Zoe?
Hi, Daddy.
Hey. Take this off. Zoe makes me happy. You know, Zoe's getting older, and I want to make sure that she knows that I'm always there, not just mentally, but also physically there.
How have you been?
But why didn't she make you happy enough before? Because all you said is how lonely you were before and how you couldn't lose weight. Why wasn't she enough of a reason to try to change weight? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm reading too far into it.
Good. Went for a walk today. It was tiring, but I feel good. What did you do today?
I was just playing my phone all day.
Normal.
So you hungry for some lunch?
Yeah. What do you want?
We can make lettuce wraps.
Yeah, you want a lettuce wrap?
Yeah.
All right.
Want to start a raging discussion in the comments? Talk about iPad kids. How do you guys feel about iPad kids? Because I think that's what the world's coming to at this point.
Oh. Didn't help me?
Yeah.
I'm also doing really well with my diet. I read Dr. Nell's book and all the papers he gave me, and I feel like I've learned the ins and outs of his 1,200 calorie a day diet.
Eat the lettuce.
But I've added some bigger steps onto it for me, because every 5 days I'm fasting for 5 days. I didn't.
No, you're not. If you were fasting for 5 days, you would lose weight so damn fast it's not even funny. Because he would be like one of those Naked and Afraid contestants or something, dropping like 30 pounds in 5 days.
Didn't eat anything in that time.
An onion?
I just do water and vitamins, so I'm hoping that gives me an edge to lose weight faster. On the days that I do eat, I only eat high-protein, low-carb options. And my daughter says she's willing to eat what I eat when she's with me, so I don't have to get something else for her that may tempt me.
It's great to see my dad eat healthy stuff.
Just want ham and lettuce?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
My dad eats lettuce, a bunch of other healthy food like mushrooms.
But there's still an awful lot of top ramen and Velveeta above the... Like, okay, he did get rid of the Chef Boyardee. Hopefully he didn't eat all 16 cans or whatever it was.
And it makes me feel happy.
How's your lettuce?
Good.
You gonna eat the ham or you just gonna eat the lettuce?
I'm back in Houston. It's been a long time since I've been small enough to fit behind the wheel, and being able to do this is a life-changing thing for me.
Okay, maybe he is fasting if he can finally drive and his fupa's out of the way of the steering wheel. Maybe I was being a little too judgy.
So I'm really proud of myself for doing this and hitting this goal to come here on my own.
He shaved his head to lose more weight too. I don't know how much the hair could actually weigh, but it probably got an ounce or so off.
Chris?
Hello.
I feel really good about how I'm doing. And so the next big step for me to keep going is getting weight loss surgery.
We're gonna weigh you first. Just wait 1 sec while it zeroes that out. Okay.
I can't tell if I think he lost 80 pounds or not. I don't think he lost 80, but I think he lost something.
Okay, now step up on the scale.
And that's all gonna come down to this weigh-in, and if I made it to my goal or not. To lose 80 pounds by today, so I'm really hoping I did.
Come on.
My last appointment, I was 620, and Dr. Now told me to lose 80 pounds by today for my goal. So that means I should be down to 540 if I met that goal.
Your weight is 566.
All right. Good enough.
Okay, he lost 54 pounds. But if this guy was really fasting half the month, okay, don't you think he would have lost more than 27 pounds a month? Because if he's not eating, just drinking water, I would think it would fall off you so fast it's not even funny.
Enough for me.
Good. Okay. Chris, we're going to room 5.
Awesome.
That's a lot of weight loss. More than I've ever really had. So I'm proud of that. Personally, I did think I lost more, but I think that I've done more than enough to show Dr. Now I'm ready to change. I'm hoping he...
I don't know. 54 pounds. I think Dr. Now is going to say good job, but you still got more work to do because it's not exactly his goal. I don't know. Sometimes he's more lenient. I'm not sure.
approves me for weight loss surgery today.
Hello, how you doing?
Good.
Doing okay?
Yep.
Good. All right, Chris, you're down to 566 and you lost 54 pounds, huh?
Yep.
All right, that's a good start. It is not quite enough as it should have been, but I'm happy to see some significant progress and that you're doing better since you came down on your own this time. How long did it take you to get down here?
Well, it's just over 6 hours.
Okay, so now he can make the drive in a straight shot. So physically, definitely improving a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of what I thought Dr. Now was going to say. Even though I think that's a good weight loss, I still don't think he's really, truly fasting if that's the case.
All right. Well, I'm proud of you for doing the trip on your own and for making some progress with your weight loss. So what changes you made with your eating habit?
I've been sticking to, I won't eat over 1,200 calories a day, but I do mainly all protein, but I've been fasting. I ate for 5 days, and then I fasted for 5 days.
So when you fast, you don't eat anything in all
Yeah,
day?
just drink water.
All day?
Yeah, all day.
So,
I take vitamins.
so you
stuff.
say you're fasting for 5 days in a row?
Mm-hmm.
So you go...
I think I want to try that. Maybe I should try a water fast for a couple days and see what happens. Because I think I would be just the most miserable, nasty person alive, but I could try it.
Going from overeating to not eating anything?
Well, I wanted to kind of give myself a reset. So I wanted to get a good bit of weight off because I want to be able to move. So I've had a lot of pain with my knees. So now that I've got that weight off, I'm much more active. I can move faster. I can go, I have a lot more stamina, go to the store now. You know, I can drive again. So, I mean, there was just a lot of goals I wanted to get to really fast to kind of help jumpstart everything. Like once I leave here, I'm going to just a constant, the 1,200 calories a day. And then
Okay, I'm not saying he's not off to a great start, okay? But the thing is he's not off to the start that we've seen. Like, people walked in here and lost 100 pounds in 2 months before. But he's talking like he just friggin' won the race. Like, it's 54 pounds, dude. You still got a long way to go. And I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just saying there's a lot of work still to do.
I do enjoy fasting. I mean, I feel really good when I do it. I know it helps me lose weight. I just want to make sure that I'm doing it healthy.
Well, that's good, but it is better to do intermittent fasting every other day. Don't eat anything for 16 hours from the dinner.
Okay.
Okay, that will be much healthier to do that.
Okay.
And make sure whatever you eat is a protein.
Mm-hmm.
No carb.
Trying to figure out. Yeah, I try not to eat after 6, and I try not to eat before 9 in the morning. So mine's 15 hours, not 16.
up in your diet, okay?
Yes,
So have you come up with some goals for yourself?
absolutely. One of my biggest goals is to get out of the house and not feel so lonely all the time, meeting people or just being able to go somewhere with my daughter.
Okay. What is your goal weight?
My goal weight is around 240. What
Probably whatever weight helps him download Tinder and get some matches. I mean, he doesn't want to be lonely. So I guess that's the options he's got, especially in friggin' Oklahoma. Like, if houses were so far apart out there.
A little bit under 200.
Yeah, okay.
But you're gonna need to have some extra skin taken off.
Yeah.
And that's gonna weigh around 30 pounds. So until that is removed, your goal is gonna be like maybe 220. All right? So what are some of your other goals?
I have a long-term goal right now. I have a 2-year plan. First year's a big focus on health, getting back into working, get a good career going, save up some money. I have a couple, I don't know exactly what I want to do yet. I still have a few options, but getting healthy right now is probably the biggest focus for me because
He's kind of unique in that sense because you don't see anybody on here that's like, oh, I have a 2-year plan. We're kind of taking it a day at a time and just hoping we're alive most of the time. But for him to be planning 2 years out, I mean, that's a good thing.
I need to know that, if I get into something, a career or something that I enjoy, that I'm not going to fall back and end up taking it all away from myself again.
Why took you 36 years to think about that?
I've done a lot of self-reflection over probably the last half year, and it just kind of clicked. I've barricaded myself inside of this emotional prison where I'm by myself, so I'm lonely, I'm bored, I eat when I'm bored, and I can't fix the boredom because I don't do anything to interact with people. And
It's kind of just a vicious cycle where he keeps doing the same thing over and over. Wake up, play video games, eat Velveeta, snore, do the fupa fling, and then back to eating some more. Like, okay, so he just does the same thing over and over. I get what he's trying to say right here.
I'm not afraid of going outside. I'm not afraid of talking to people. I just kind of put myself in that position, and I don't want to be there anymore because I wasn't always like that. I was a very positive, outgoing, and do good kind of person. Just went away.
All right, that's good. I'm glad you decided to change your life and make it better, and we'll work with you to help you do that. I'm gonna approve you for weight loss surgery. So the next step will be I want you to move down to Houston.
Okay.
The drive you had to make is still a little bit long to keep making that trip. I'll give you a couple.
I don't know, though, because 6 hours there and 6 hours back, he could definitely do in a day. When I just drove to Florida, it was 15 hours down because I hit a little bit of traffic, and I drove back 14 and a half hours. I did it straight shot, just me driving.
Months to lose another 30 pounds. And if you do both of those things, we will move ahead with surgery and get you down to your ideal body weight, hopefully in a year or less.
Yes, 200 pounds. That would be crazy.
You got all the ingredient to make a good progress. You got your frame of mind in the right place and goals to help motivate you. So you're gonna succeed with that. Just keep it up. So as soon as you move down to Houston, let me know.
I will be down here as soon as I can pack everything in the car.
All right, so the ingredients, the key to success that this guy's got is lettuce, ham, and water. And his daughter. I think that's probably the biggest key factor because she's going to be what drives this guy to do anything for himself at all.
All right, as soon as you do and lose some more weight, we start the process and see if we can get you ready for weight loss surgery so you can be able to maintain healthy weight and be productive and get back to your life and change it like it should be. All right?
That's what I want. Thank you. I'm super excited.
All right. In the meantime, if you need anything, give me a call.
I absolutely will.
All right. Have a safe trip back home, and I'll see you in Houston.
All right.
I don't think people actually understand just the total disregard for yourself you have to have in order to get this big. Just not caring about anything anymore. Everything is just a drag. It's a bore. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to see anybody. But he still had his daughter coming over, so that would have been the one shining light in his life.
Hey, Mom. It's your son. Just wanted to call and let you know that I did get approved. I just have to move down to Houston, and everything is good to go. I'm gonna be heading back home here soon, so I'll call you back in a little bit or call you back later. I love you.
Well, that's kind of anticlimactic. She didn't even answer the damn phone.
I'm very happy to see that Chris is starting out with some good progress. He needs to lose a little bit more to show me he's gonna work harder and stick with it. But I'm proud of him for setting goals for himself and working to start achieving those. He seems motivated, and as long as he sticks with it, we will move ahead with weight loss surgery here soon.
I'm proud of the guy too. He's off to a good start. I'm not at all trying to hate on him. I just don't think the guy's friggin' fasting. Because 54 pounds in 2 months, you could lose way more than that if you just weren't eating half of the time, right?
You want to take some stuff down?
Yep, he can do that. Yeah, you carry the fan down, kiddo.
When you're done, come back up here.
The hell is all over the walls? Did he have like foam paneling glued to the wall?
I think it was a monitor.
You want 2
I'm not
things?
sure. There you go.
You good?
Yeah, he's got it.
All right, good. I'm just gonna delegate tasks for a minute while I rest.
It's a little rough.
It took my mom a week longer, but she finally made it down here with my brother last night. So we're finishing packing up all my stuff.
No more things.
Get a box.
Good. Okay.
All right, we're gonna go put all the stuff in the kitchen in it.
And then we're headed to Houston with all our
Well, this is kind of sad and nice at the same time. Because you know he's got to say bye to his daughter at some point right here.
stuff in tow. I'm excited but tired
I think I got almost the whole bathroom in one box.
Nope.
and trying to hold it together. Because it's going to be really hard to say goodbye to my daughter.
Zoe, go get the pillows that are left in there.
Oh, Mom.
Yeah, the brown pillow and the blue pillow.
Okay.
And you can take those down. Move it!
Man, seeing his little ring light just made me think about this old ring light I had that looked just like that I gave to Riley. And I heard for about 30 minutes the other day, Sigma, Sigma boy, and it just over and over, filming friggin' TikToks.
Move it!
Watch
You
out.
can bring the microwave out here. Put some strength into it, man. Grrr!
You're gonna have to start pushing stuff back there.
I look around at all this stuff. I can't believe that I'm actually doing this.
Awesome.
Yep, everything's in the truck. And we're doing this together for me. I know that it has to be done, but it's a lot.
Good job, kiddo.
This would be the last step right here. That's it.
I mean, there's a lot of people making sacrifices for you to go do this, so I'm hoping that he continues on the path he's on at this point.
It's done. Can the lock outsmart the mom?
Oh, shut up. It did outsmart me a minute ago.
Where are you going? Get back over here. All
This
right.
is your first refrigerator thing when we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, Landon told me to take it
All
with
right,
that.
give me a
so
hug, you
okay.
guys.
Yes, I want my hugs. Okay, then I'll take a hug this way.
Love you.
Let's not focus on decorating the fridge and focus on losing weight, but I get the kid gave it to him. I'm just being a hater.
Oh, definitely.
Don't cry.
Oh, baby, don't.
Aw.
You're gonna get to talk to him all the time. Oh,
Love you.
sweetie.
All right, we can talk. When I start driving, I'll call you, okay? Then we can talk the whole way?
Yeah.
All right. You can give Grandma a hug.
Yeah, I gotta give me a hug too. I gotta.
Man, it's always like the saddest thing on earth to see a little kid that's just crushed like that, especially because her dad's leaving. And he doesn't know when he's going to come back because he don't know how long it's going to take to drop all this weight. That's why he better try his ass off, literally.
I have hugs and I'll talk to you every day too, okay?
Okay.
I know. You guys both be good, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you sit down. And,
Be nice to your brother.
okay, be nice to your brother.
Love you.
All right,
you.
we're ready to go.
Yep.
Okay, I left the keys in the car. Good thing I ain't going far without them.
All right.
And then you two are gonna get in there. Yeah, I'm gonna follow you. That's
You
what I'm
get
gonna
in
do.
there, you get in there, I'm gonna get in the car.
Alrighty.
It does suck though that his daughter's not going to be 2 blocks away because I have a feeling that's why he got to see her so much. But hopefully he can just move back, better him, be a better person for her, and better father.
I'm in here. I don't know. Tommy, you're going with Christopher.
We've been here for about 2 weeks, and the moving down here was exhausting.
All right, so we're pulling up from way over here.
I'm glad to have it over with. And since then, I've just been focusing on losing weight. Doctor now knows we moved here to Houston, and he wanted me to come in to see him to make sure I'm staying on track.
I just noticed that he had a disturb sticker on his bumper. He's probably rolling around bumping "Get down with the sickness" while eating a whole friggin' plate of spaghetti that's the size of a mountain.
Don't forget anything.
Yeah.
Guys.
Don't forget anything. Don't forget your brains. Okay. Ready, Freddy's?
And I'm kind of excited because the fact that I'm down here is a big hurdle that I got over already. So I'm expecting Dr. Now will tell me when I'm going in for surgery because I know
Yeah, don't forget your brains. The mom's over here sounding perma-fried the way she's giggling.
I'm doing everything I need to do.
Yeah. And we're here.
Chris?
No, I can't. Come on. The fun stuff.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
At my last appointment, I was 566. Doctor Now told me I need to lose another 30 pounds by today.
This is the...
Just let it zero out and then we'll get on the scale. Okay, you can
He does look like he's lost considerably more weight, but the mom looks like she might have put it on, so Dr. Now might grab a hold of her when he gets to see her.
step up on the scale.
So that means I need to be down to 536. And I feel really confident I did that.
Your weight is 525.
All right, better than I thought.
Awesome.
All right, nice. He lost 41 pounds. Doctor Now only told him to lose 30, so I mean, that's better than what he told him to do.
We're going to be going to room 5.
Okay. Come on,
Hey,
Tommy.
come on. I'll follow y'all.
I'm happy with that. That's even better than what I was supposed to do. I'm excited to see what Dr. Now has to say about that.
Number 5.
5.
And I'm really hoping that that means that I can get on the schedule for surgery here very soon.
Try to steal my seat, man.
Well, what can we say?
While I do feel good when they do good on these episodes, some part of me wants them to do bad because it's just a little more entertaining that way. I get that more fun with it.
He'll be in soon.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Hello.
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good. How is everything going?
Good, really good, actually.
How was your move?
It was rough.
Tiring.
Very
Long.
tiring. Wore me out, kind of hit a limit myself with all the packing and moving.
Well, welcome to Houston. It looked like you brought a lot of people down here with you.
Yeah, I brought my mom and my brother Tommy.
All right. Well, I'm glad to see everyone, and I'm glad that you moved down to Houston. I'm also very glad about your progress. You lost 41 pounds this time, so you're down to 525.
Yep.
You're almost about 100-pound weight loss.
Yep, 5 pounds off of it. It feels good.
So
I still think he could have drove the 6 hours there and the 6 hours back. I don't think he had to move. He wouldn't have had to say bye to his daughter. That's his reason for losing the weight anyway. It would have been nice to see her regularly.
I'm going to set you up to have some tests done, make sure everything's okay, and see if we can get you ready for weight loss surgery.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So as long as you put into work, we'll help you do that.
Okay.
Okay? Are you all supporting him doing this?
Yeah, this is going to be a family affair. I mean, we all could use to lose a little bit of weight, so he's the one that knows the diet and what he's allowed to eat and not eat, so he's going to be the cook, and we're just going to follow suit with him.
Well, that's good. How much weight you lost?
I haven't lost any yet.
I told you, Dr. Now don't play. You come in there with an extra roll, you better be ready to get on a damn diet, because he's going to get a hold of you so quick.
But when I come back next month with him, I hope to have
Yeah,
lost
they just
weight.
started 2 days ago.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
check
'cause-
your weight when you come in?
No, I didn't, but I'm going to
You
on the
can
way
do that
out.
on the way out.
Yeah,
Both
I'm
way
going to
out.
check mine on the way out and see
Check
what
your
it shows
weight
me.
and let's keep track of that.
Yes.
I will definitely.
All right.
I'm going to check yours
Accountability.
too. Yes, I do. I want the accountability too. I think
You
that that's
check
the
your
only
weight
way
too?
that we're going to do it.
All right.
So I'm
Well, congratulations. I don't think you expected a camera crew and people watching your weigh-ins, but you're about to get it because Dr. Now done got a hold of you now.
glad everybody's getting healthy. So stick to it and keep working hard. And Chris, I'll set you up for doing some tests.
Okay.
And I'll see you next month. And in the meantime, if you need anything, let me know.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Y'all take care.
Ready for a walk?
Aren't they out here?
I don't know. Are you ready?
I'm not out here. You might be out here, but are you ready?
Well, now he's 6 months into his journey, so he does look considerably smaller for being 6 months in.
Well, I was supposed to have my surgery last week. They ran all the tests and everything looks good, and I was excited about it. But as the day got closer, I started to realize that it's getting easier and easier to keep losing weight on my own.
Oh, you're an idiot. Okay, at first he's going to drop the weight super fast. At some point he's going to hit a point where it gets a little bit harder to take the weight off. And also considering the fact that his daughter's waiting for him, a surgery like weight loss surgery that would have been a great tool for him to drop weight really fast to get back to his daughter. Maybe he just was scared of the surgery. I don't know. I think you would take the damn surgery to get back to your daughter right away.
So I started to think I might not need weight loss surgery to do this. Or maybe I was getting it too soon. And so right before the surgery, I got to where I decided I didn't want to move ahead with it. I called and told Dr. Now that. Oh, see, we can sit up here.
Oh, that 100% pissed Dr. Now off. It just had to.
Works for me.
He didn't think it was a good idea. He warned me that if I stopped making progress, that weight loss surgery would be off the table. But he told me as long as I was losing, that I had time to wrestle with the decision. You should give your mom some.
I don't need any yet.
Yeah,
Why?
because you look dehydrated.
His brother wearing a hat that says show grow is pretty funny too.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're up.
All right.
Okay.
I have a goal to lose another 50 pounds by the end of next month. So I'm working hard to do that. And my family's working hard to lose weight too.
What do you think the weight limit on the bridge is? Let's find out.
You know, me and my whole family are eating better and working out every day. We're taking
I mean, we don't really pride ourselves on testing out the structural integrity of things, but I guess if this guy wants to be the troll under the bridge, he can go ahead and jump on that thing a few times.
walks together every other day and getting out in the world and being active. And the thought of having to stop all of this for a month or so to have surgery just feels like it's not the right move for me right now. So I know I can keep going like I have been without anything like surgery right now.
To the air conditioner.
All right, while I am proud of the guy for losing weight and sticking to the diet and doing that right off the bat, something that I was incapable of doing at that point, I also think this is a bad call. I know Dr. Now said he thinks it's a bad call, but hopefully he can keep it up because, I don't know, one other guy did something like this, but what is his name? Mark or something like that? But I don't think this is the best decision for dropping the weight super fast, right?
Chris?
Month 7.
We're back at Dr. Now's to see if I'm still making the progress with my weight loss, even though I didn't get the surgery.
Morning.
Me and my brother and my mom have been working hard to lose weight. So I'm confident that I've been doing a good job and that we've all lost weight.
I don't know. I usually can judge by this corner. I think he's definitely still dropping weight. That's the good thing.
Stand. We're gonna see.
Okay. We're gonna get on the scale. Let me just zero it out. Okay. You wanna step on the scale?
I do.
Wait,
Oh, man.
awesome.
Okay, 481 drops 44 pounds. At this point, I think he can find at-home scales that go up to 500 on Amazon.
Now you can step on the head.
Get the whole family.
Your weight is 218.
7 pounds.
Okay. Next.
Tommy's turn.
$237.
6 pounds.
That
Okay.
better?
Started it? We
I started initially at 245.
Okay.
And I
So you
initially
went up
started
two.
at 225.
Okay.
So
All right, so everybody in the family's dropping weight. It usually doesn't happen like that. The rest of the family usually says they want to diet and they kind of do it for like a day or two and then they just stop.
We're going to be going to room 5.
okay.
See, I'm just really happy about that. We're all doing so well. It's a good feeling to feel proud of my family like this. I think Dr. Now is going to be happy with us too.
I don't think he's going to yell for you guys to get the hell out of there unless he's mad at you for canceling the surgery.
All right. How's everything going?
Good. Feeling good.
Chris, you're down to 481 pounds, no?
Yeah, I was hoping I'd be a little lower.
Well, losing 44 pounds in 2 months is not bad at this point. So far, you have lost 139 pounds, huh?
Yep.
All right. And whole family is losing too, so that's great. So how is everybody in family doing?
Good.
We're doing good.
These two stick with me. They do everything. We go for
I think you get this like initial burst of weight loss that's kind of quick and then it slows down a little over time. That's what I'm worried about with him canceling the surgery. Him like hitting that point and then getting kind of like well, I don't know what the word is. He loses his motivation at that point. Demotivated maybe.
every walk, every push. Every time I push, they push. I mean, it's great.
Well, it's a family affair. We're all going to lose weight.
Yep.
So you only needed to move down to Houston to start losing weight?
Well, it's all of it.
No,
I mean,
it actually helps. We each help support each other.
Yeah, wait. Why the hell did you have to move to Houston if you were just going to say no surgery? You could have sat at home and did all this with your daughter.
And for me, I've always been one of those, I have no problem like with going for walks or anything like that, except I hate to do it by myself. And now that we're here, he'll say, ready to go for a walk? And I'm like, yep, let's go.
we took a big chance coming down here. Financially, it was the stupidest move we've ever made. But honestly, it was probably the
Bro, Oklahoma is so friggin' cheap. When I was there, I decided to look at houses. You could get like a mansion for $200,000. I was like, are you kidding me? You could barely get you couldn't get a townhouse. And let alone, you probably could get a condo in Maryland for that. You can't get no big house like 300 or 3,000 square feet or whatever.
best move we could have all made ever.
Well, okay. Well, that's good. You have been sticking with diet and losing weight. But the question is, how long are you going to be able to maintain that on your own? As long as you do, I don't have any problem for you to keep doing what you're doing. But I thought the only reason you want to do my program was that you needed to like weight loss surgery.
Yeah, so initially my whole goal when I started this was to come out here and to get the tools I needed to lose weight. I thought that.
But that's the $1 million question. If you had the option to lose the weight quicker, even though you thought you could do it on your own, which I'm sure some people are going to applaud him for, because I think it's pretty brave not to take the leg up and like the opportunity you get with the weight loss surgery. But I just think you would want to get it off quick. That's the problem I'm having.
Surgery was the only thing that was going to help me do this. You know, my mindset, that was it. You know, surgery was the tool that I needed. Well, once I came out here and I started going through this process, you know, you provided me with tools pre-surgery. You know, these are the things you need to do. I went over the book. I started applying these techniques. I started applying the eating habits, the exercise, and I continued with that day after day after day. And then we moved out here. And
I was ready for surgery, but then I realized I was doing this and it's getting easier.
I'm like, well, I'm losing this weight. I've overcome
A lot.
And I didn't relapse where I've always relapsed in the past. And I don't feel at this point that I need to go through getting a surgery when I'm absolutely confident that I can do this now.
All right. I get where he's coming from. He's got a different level of drive this time. He thinks that he can just do it all on his own. Hats off to you. That's great. But what I'm saying is that you're going to want to lose it quick, right? As quick as you can so you can be around your daughter, all that. I feel like a broken record at this point. I'm just repeating the same thing, but it's driving me insane that he didn't take it for that reason.
Well, that's good. I think that's great, but in the long term, that may be not feasible to do that the rest of your life without the surgery. And that was the surgery is a tool that will give you a better control of your eating habits long term. I think you're going to do well for a while, but you will never be able to get to your goal weight and maintain it for long term. Even with this.
Doesn't it, like, okay, I think literally like 95% or something like that start to gain back weight within 2 or 3 years, which is crazy to even think about that the failure rate is that high. But hopefully not you, buddy. Hopefully you got it.
Surgery, the failure is there 5, 10 years after people have a surgery. So this is going to be a challenge for you, but right now you feel confident that you can do it without surgery. Want to see you every month and make sure you're keeping up with your weight loss and stay on track. So keep it up, and we work with you as long as you can do that. We support you and see how you're doing with this plan going forward, okay? In the meantime, if you have any issues or anything, let me know.
I will.
Thank you, doctor.
All right, we'll see you then.
All right. At this point, are you going to stay in the program and just go in here month after month just to weigh in? Because you could buy a scale to do that at home. There's no reason to have any more follow-ups or any reason to be here and be away from family. Just have your family move back to Oklahoma. I don't know why you're even bothering with the weigh-ins at this point if you could just do all this at home. Maybe it helps him to feel like he has to go to the doctor and be accountable, or maybe it's because he signed the contract with My 600 Pound Life. He has to weigh in on camera. Month 8.
How you doing? It's a tiny cart for a tiny mom. Me and my family are doing a grocery run today. Should we want to do some like chicken and broccoli?
Yeah, and mushrooms.
I lost 16 pounds this past month. When I should, I've lost 25 if I'm going to meet the goal I set for myself to lose.
All right, this is what I'm talking about. At some point, it was going to slow down a little bit. Now, does he start to backslide, or does he keep going and keep working at it?
50 pounds next month.
With it, we'll do chicken broccoli and we'll have a salad.
Yeah, there you go.
So I know I need to lose 34 pounds this month. And I think I can do it if I cut back even more on portions.
These work.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if they have that low-calorie ice cream too.
Yeah, and what about eggs? Do we need to get eggs?
All right, he's going to go get himself some Halo Top or something. 330 calories for a pint of ice cream. But you're on a low-carb diet, so there's about 64 carbs per pint. I don't know. Me and Halo Top had a little love affair there for a little while.
Eggs? Yeah. Let me see.
We'll get 2 of these.
Okay, sounds good.
No, we'll get 1.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else.
I actually don't know what brand that is he just grabbed, because I would do the pints, not the bars.
My family has really stepped up. This whole experience has been bringing us closer together as well, which is such a cool side effect.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this.
Thank you. Thank you too.
I'll take this out too. We didn't miss all the rain.
I got enough sweat on me.
Right.
Because one of the negative consequences of having all the back and forths of his childhood is that he feels a little unwanted, a little bit of an outsider.
Left out,
and,
things, yeah.
And the word that he's been using is lonely. Are you sad about any of this?
I'm sad about the fact that I didn't have the relationship with my son that I should have had.
She doesn't seem like she's super maternal or anything like that. I know that it always blows my mind when a mother is not super loving, and then I read the comments and people are like, "Man, Sean, you don't realize that in the world, just because you're a mom doesn't mean you have to be maternal and loving. Like your mom was just a good mom. Some people had horror stories. I guess he lived a horror story."
But when he called me and he told me that if this all goes like it's supposed to, then he's going to have to move to Houston. He's going to need somebody to come with him.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm there. I'll be there for you.
So Chris gave you a tremendous gift.
Yes, he did.
When he asked you to come with him, because
he gave me the opportunity to think about it, yes.
Yes, he gave you the opportunity to make good on some things that you didn't do very well when he was growing up, right? Well, and the good news.
Okay, the good news is that's true. He did do something to give her an opportunity to come back in his life, but I think she's also sacrificing moving there to help him, which, I mean, she should. Maybe she feels obligated to. I don't know, but at the same time, it's give and take, right? They're both doing something for each other to help each other.
For both of you guys, it's never too late, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I want to come up with some homework for you guys to do together to sort of recapture this relationship. Even at his age, I want you to take care of him a little bit.
Okay.
Just symbolically. Cooking is a great example, but there's probably other motherly things you can do. So let your mom take care of you a little bit. Second thing is I want you to do more stuff that you didn't get to do when you were growing up. Do something fun. Go have fun at the pool and blow up a beach ball and hit it back and forth. That'll be great. You both like movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would find some movies to watch. You like the same kind of movies?
Yeah.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Good. It's so great to meet you guys. I'm really happy you came in. I think.
All right, so their assignment is to go have fun, act like mother and son again. And I mean, I guess I see that. Why doing something like that could actually help heal the relationship. I guess I see where he's coming from with that.
I think you guys are going to do great, and I can't wait to hear, Chris, your success story, and Laura, I think you're going to be along for the ride, and it's going to be great for you too.
Thank you. I think so too.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Get the hell out the kitchen. I get to make dinner. Yes, I'm making dinner. That's part of the deal. Get out.
Okay, so taking this assignment very to heart, and she's gonna jump right into it. Nice. At least she's trying to be the mom that she wasn't.
You don't want any help?
Oh, no, I got it. Well, it's simple. I have salad, chicken, and broccoli, right?
Since my appointment with Dr. Paradise, me and my mom have been focusing on our relationship a little bit. And my mom has really been making an effort to spend time with me and to be present, and I've appreciated that a whole lot.
I'll
I definitely saw the birthday cake halo top in the top of the freezer that time. He did get the pints. He was tricking me.
always be working on showing Christopher how important he is to me. I have never felt closer to my son than I do here recently, and it's something that I don't want to lose no matter what.
I'm gonna go sit at the computer and talk to Zoe.
Okay.
At this point in my life, I don't really need anyone to take care of me, and I don't need a mom like I did when I was younger. But just being able to talk about things with her and Dr. Paradise, and then having my mom here to support me, and it's gone a long way in helping our relationship. And
Okay, but just move back to Oklahoma. You don't have to be in Houston anymore. I guess until filming's done with, maybe.
with healing some of the wounds from the past. So I feel like I've been able to really forgive her and let go of some of that pain. And that's been liberating.
I definitely feel like I'm getting another chance with my mom, not only for myself, but also for her. I mean, we're both getting the second chance at a different life for both of us. I mean, this is a huge opportunity for me, definitely, but I also feel it's a big opportunity for her, too. Oh, you made that look really fancy. What was this, overnight chef?
Get out of the way. You can't eat that in the way.
You know, for a family that was so estranged at the start of this, had nothing to do with each other, right? They actually seem pretty close at this point, and I'm happy for him. I just feel bad for the daughter because he moved away for nothing if he wasn't going to have the surgery.
I can.
This is like super fancy.
Told you. It's got everything in it. I figured everybody got a little of everything.
I definitely feel a lot less isolated with, with mom around and helping out and helping me move forward with everything.
So I'm excited to keep going on this journey and to stay healthy. And I'm happy I can do that with my mom and my brother.
Which isn't bad in salad either.
Month 11.
Don't do that.
Tired.
You look tired.
No, I am.
We went to sleep before either of us.
I'm back at Dr. Now's clinic for my monthly appointment to see how I'm doing. And my mom and my brother are going to get weighed too so we can check their progress.
Christopher?
Dr. Now says it's normal for my weight loss to slow down as I start to make a little more progress. So I set a goal of losing 40 pounds over the last 2 months. And if I did that, it would put me down to at least 393.
Step up on me.
Yeah, it gets harder and harder as time goes by. It doesn't get easier. That's why I'm not sure if he'll keep the motivation he has for this whole time or not, or he'll just falter at the end.
There, stay like that. There you go.
All right.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, you're staying right there.
All right, your turn.
Hey,
All right, wait. He lost 99 pounds. How long has it been since he weighed in? It had to have been like 3 or 4 months for him to lose that much.
All right, there we go. It feels good to be hitting these goals. And now I want to see the same thing for my brother and my mom.
26.
Works for me.
All
Your
right.
turn.
now your turn.
It's really cool to be doing this as a family.
All right.
We're going to room 5.
All right.
Damn it, I have no clue how much the brother lost because that popped up over it. I don't know what he weighed before this. I forgot.
Awesome.
5.
Son of a...
I'm excited about our progress and how we're doing. And I'm happy to keep showing Dr. Now how I'm serious about this and that I can do what I said I would do.
Yes, I will.
Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Great. Well, Chris, you lost 238 pounds. So you done a good job in losing weight. I am proud of you and your family for continuing making progress.
Yeah, okay, so he officially has lost more weight than his mother weighed at the start of this thing. So yeah, he's killing it. He's doing great at this point.
we discussed, we'll keep going like this as long as you maintain that.
I'm definitely going to do that because
I'm not doing a temporary eating habit. I'm building a lifestyle. Everything I do is preparing me for the long term. Every single day I wake up, I'm no longer forcing myself to eat healthy. These are natural decisions now.
Well, you're doing what you need and staying on track without the surgery. You keep doing what you're doing and stick with the program, and let's see how we do next month, and then we go from there. I still think that you're going to need weight loss surgery at some point. But as long as
I think the weight loss surgery would benefit him, okay? I don't think he needs it per se. I just think it would be a huge leg up and a big help. That's why they call it a tool for a reason all the time on the show, right?
As you keep making progress and do what you say, we'll keep working with you. So we'll see how you do next month, and we figure out in future if things changes, okay?
Okay.
All right. So if you need anything, let me know. But keep up with your appointment with Dr. Paradise to keep working on the issues driving you to eat, okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dr. Now.
All right. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all again.
All right. We'll be here.
All right. You take care.
Thank you.
Okay, month 12, current weight 364, total weight loss. Okay, he's up to 256 now. Lost.
This is actually the best part of moved out here.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine trying to find any park in Vegas that had trees?
I've been feeling really good about all that I'm able to do now. One of my big goals
You could have walked in Oklahoma with your daughter that's 2 blocks down. I'm sure she would have loved to help you exercise.
for the year was to get to where I can go out and do normal things like normal people.
Thirsty?
I go to movies or a restaurant or do something fun like bowling.
Oh, it feels nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is nice in here.
The movies is a pretty fun place to go once you realize that you can actually fit in the damn chair. I just went and saw the Minecraft movie in 4D. That thing was shaking the hell out of me.
Growing up, we didn't do things like this. We didn't have the money for it. We didn't have the time. Mom was always gone working. She was always out. Being able to go to the movies and relax and just spend time with her and my brother.
Can go out with my family and actually fit into a seat at the movies.
Here you go, kiddo.
Hey, those new reclining lazy boys they have in the theaters, I could fall asleep in one of those things so fast it's not even funny.
You know you have one as well.
Okay, be quiet now.
My next big goal is to get to my target weight. I have about 190 pounds left to do that, and I'm not gonna stop until I get there.
That's kind of funny. He went from Wii bowling to actual bowling by the end of it because he lost enough weight. Good for him.
And then we're all gonna live in Oklahoma together as a family, and I'll be with my daughter then. I can't wait for that.
Oh, he did too.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. Why move to Houston if you could have done what you did in Oklahoma? But all right, good for Chris P. He lost a lot of weight. I'm happy for him. He didn't think he needed the surgery, which that's the second person I've ever seen on this show that decided they didn't need the surgery. I don't know. I 100% needed that thing. I was not going to save myself. I needed myself a little bit of help, okay? So the surgery, definitely my best friend. Helped the hell out of me. But I'm not mad at you if you do it any other way, as long as it's healthy and it's okay for you. Obviously, the surgery is not going to be the best thing for you in the short term. It's not going to feel great, all that. Maybe that scared him a little bit. But I don't know. What's your opinion on this one? Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.